When you're working with a partner, though, when it does hurt, tell your partner to stop. And your partner, as your partner, should stop at that point. Don't say to yourself, oh, I'm going to take you just a little bit further. Because you might hear a little sound that sounds like this. And then you take 6 months to a year to let your muscle heal. Okay, on this particular stretch, we're working agility as well as flexibility. We're isolating the hamstring group and the adductor longus. What happens now, my partner here puts his hands on my lower back. The reason they're on my lower back is because I don't want to hunch over my upper torso. So I want to keep my back as straight as possible. What happens now is he pushes me over to where my stomach and my chest both touch. My toes, again, are still upward, toes back, legs locked out straight. So I reach out, my partner pushes me over, and my stomach and chest both touch. Now, we're working the hamstring group now, the biceps femoris. Now, as he pushes me forward, we're going from the biceps to the adductor longus, or the groin muscle. Now, as he pushes me a little bit further, we're working with the top head of the quadricep. Now, he pulls me back. Again, now we're working with the adductor longus and the sartorius, and he pulls me further back. When the toes come up, I'm working with the hamstring group or the biceps femoris. Now, anytime you feel any kind of a rise at all, that's when your partner should push you down. Again, watch what happens. He pushes down on my lower back. Now, as he starts to push me forward, any rise at all, that's where he pushes down, that particular spot. From here. And then he pulls me back. Any kind of a rise at all is when he pushes down. And toes are up and back. Now, as you work with this and you gain the flexibility, you can do it by yourself. Remember, these stretching exercises, these movements, the flexibility and agility movements, are very important for my second tape, the kicking, to be able to get the height and the flexibility and the agility that's utilized in the kicking aspect. Sitting up, now all I do is I drop down myself now, chest and stomach to the floor, and I pull myself forward. Keeping your buttocks down, keeping the stomach flat against the floor, and coming forward. Then pushing yourself back. Again, to this position, holding that, arching your back maybe a little bit, and then coming up to the sitting position and relaxing for a second. I know what your next question is. I can't get that low. What can I do? Well, Steve can't either. Have a seat, Steve. Okay, now, this is where the partner comes in very importantly. Main thing to do is keep your hands on your knees. I'm the partner, I'll do all the work. Steve should just relax. I can either push with my hands on his lower back if he's not very flexible, or I can grab the inside of his thighs here, down by the knee. This gives me a good fulcrum to where I can apply much more pressure. I put my shoulder against his lower back. Now, Steve, you tell me when it hurts. Keep your head up, and I take it down, and I love that sound. Hold it there for a couple seconds. It's working, you know, because if you look real close, you can see the toes quivering a little bit. And relax. Now, from this position, I grab hold of his gi pants or his uniform or whatever, hold him up to this position. Hold him here by his hips. Putting my foot under this. Feet again now should be flat, toes inward a little bit. Okay, holding him by his hips and just putting my foot under his and walking it out a little bit at a time. Again, he'll tell me when it hurts. Okay, taking a word. Toes flat now, toes down. Because we're working the adductor muscle now, the adductor longus right in here. We're not working the hamstring so much now. Okay, now we're going to work the top head of the quadricep right here by simply taking Steve, making sure it doesn't go any further, and pushing him down. Now watch what happens. My hands are on his buttocks. See how it's up in the air now? Now I'll push down. So it's stretching the top head. He'll tell me when it hurts. Okay, relax. Now watch what happens. I'll bring you back up to here now. My legs have not moved in or moved out. Watch what happens with this leg now. It'll go a little bit further. One way or another. I sit him back down to this position. One more time. Grabbing the inside of the thighs here. His hands are on his knees. Working the chest. Head up now. Head up, Steve. Chest to the floor. Holding it. And relaxing. This is a very good exercise for agility as well as flexibility. We're working the complete range of motion in the hip joint. Now what we're going to do is make a wish. Hop up, Steve. You ever have a chicken bone, the little chicken wing, right? The little wishbone, and you break it? That's what we're going to do, but I hope it doesn't break. When you're working with this exercise, there's two places that I can put my foot. Either at the stomach if I'm not very flexible, or I can put it on Steve's shoulder if I'm fairly flexible. Let's, for the sake of levity, say that I'm fairly flexible. He holds on. This is for balance. This is so I don't fall down and kill myself. Face me straight on, Steve. Okay, what I do now is I put my foot up on his shoulder. See how the toes are kind of wrapped around his neck? My toes point in the opposite direction. If I want to hold on here, I can hold on here. Main thing is to keep your back straight. So you're doing it just like a side kick, which we'll be working in the next tape. Okay, now Steve grabs a hold of my ankle, not the knee, but the ankle. I relax. He does all the work, and he just slowly backs up. Doesn't come down any, but he stays that same height and just backs up. Take it so far, hold it that position for a couple seconds, watching the balance. Comes back up just a little bit, relaxes, a little further, a little further. Good, hold it there for a couple seconds. Relax, and now all the way out, Steve. Take her out, take a walk. Just like I'm kicking, just like I'm kicking. Right here. Okay, back up, and relax. This particular exercise isolates very thoroughly the adductor longus, right in here. Again, if you can't get out there, this is what can happen. Let me use this way. If you can't get it up to the shoulder, I put the foot right here, my arm goes under his foot. Again, make sure that that foot points that way, in a straight line, slowly back up. Again, Steve, tell me when it hurts. Okay, hold it there for a couple seconds. Come back up, relax a little bit. Back down, a little bit further now, just a little bit. He'll tell me when it hurts. Make sure this foot stays sideways also, toes back. Okay, back up. And last one, here we go. Reach out, reach out. Good, good. Toes down on the left leg. There you go. Reach out, reach out. And relax. Good. And kind of shake it out. If you've got weak knees, keep your supporting leg slightly bent. The kicking leg, if I'm going to kick at Steve here, I want to keep my supporting leg bent. So if I'm here, and I'm in this position, I want this leg slightly bent. So when I reach it out here, it's slightly bent and down. Okay, now we're going to be working with the wall. There's 3 specific angles that we're going to work. Number 1, Steve will take my leg straight up, over my head, touch the wall with it, I hope. Then bring it down about his chest level, working it to the front without me turning my hips. So what happens when it comes up this way, we're working the adductor group. And he lowers it back down chest level. When he works it to the front, we're working the hamstring group, or the biceps femoris. Then he'll take it around without, again, me turning my hips, touching the heel to the back wall. This is working, again, the top head of the quadricep. And then at the very last instant, he'll take